This is Gigi from Gigi's Retirement Budgets. I haven't done a video in a while. Today I want to talk to you about how you can utilize your credit card to work for you. And the reason I'm doing this video, I have it up super close so that you can see, all my notes. But the reason that I am doing this video is because I was watching a video today from the Cafecito Budget. And she was asking people how they pay off their credit cards and everything. So for a long time, I haven't used a credit card. But probably a few months ago, I got a credit card. And my intention was to be really responsible with it. And to only put things on it if I had the money in the envelope to immediately put in my credit card envelope to pay it back. So by the time the bill was due, I would already have all the money I needed. Well, a couple months went by and that didn't work for me, especially when I was trying to do my launch for my fall collection and I needed supplies, and I needed the supplies all ahead of time, more than what I was budgeting for in my budget for business expenses. So I ended up using my credit card. So now the last couple months, I have not been utilizing it correctly, and so my credit score has taken a ding. So I want to get back to utilizing it, and there is a strategy that I saw on the internet that I'm incorporating this month, and I think it's going to work great. Okay, so let's go over some basics first about your credit card that you may not know. I didn't know this till a few months ago. So my credit card, the max limit is $500. And they say that you only want to use 30% utilization so that your credit score doesn't get dinged, and it will usually slowly go up. So 30% utilization on my $500 is $150, which means I should only be charging $150 a month on that, or by the due date, I should only have $150 on it, right? And so for the first couple months, I was doing really good. But then, like I said, it fell by the wayside. And now the last couple months, I've been over the $150 utilization. So my credit score has taken a ding. Okay, so what you want to look at is what your limit is, what 30% of that would be, $150. And then you want to try and get it down to at least that by your due date. So I'm going to show you a strategy for that. But here's the other thing that you have to realize so that your credit score doesn't take a ding. You want to look at the due date on your bill, which mine is the 6th. But then you also want to look at the statement date. And the statement date for me is the 10th, which means once you pay this bill, you do not want to put anything on your credit card until after the 10th, or whatever your statement date is, because this period in here, you don't want to put anything on it, because on the 10th is when it gets reported to the credit bureaus. So even if I pay it down on the 6th to $150, and then somewhere in here I put more charges on it, then when it goes to the bureaus on the 10th, it will show that I don't have a 30% or less utilization. It will show more, right? So I was looking at my current balance right now is $435, okay? And I was looking at my October budget, and there was no way I could pay this and pay some of my bills. When I say bills, I mostly mean like my envelopes, because most of my bills are covered. But like I wouldn't be able to do dining out, my pets, the stuff for my pets, my cell bill, those kinds of things, which we're going to go over. So this is a strategy that I saw online. So and this will also help me earn reward points or reward dollars, right? So according to my October budget, I can't pay this off. So the strategy I'm trying this month is to pay it and then use it for my bills. So my balance is $435. So I paid today with my military retirement pay $314, which now leaves a balance. Okay, my due date's tomorrow. So it will now leave a balance of $120 on my due date, which is 24% utilization, which is less than the 30% utilization. So now I just have to make sure that between now and the 10th, I don't put anything on this card. I have to start putting things on the 11th. And I just looked, that's 4 days away. I looked at all my bills. There's nothing I need to pay before the 10th. Okay, so I should be good, barring an emergency. I do have money in my emergency fund and stuff, but it's like in my investment account, and I've got money in my Ally account, but all that takes like 3 days to transfer. So if I need something quick, it's going to be the credit card. All right. So, like I said, due date's the 6th, statement day's the 10th. So there's no charging anything between these 2 dates. And this is when it will get reported to the credit bureau at 24% utilization. I'm hoping I'm going to see my credit score go up. Okay. And then on the 11th, I can start using it to pay bills. Okay. So what I have allotted from my bills for my paycheck, let me fold this. What I have allotted for my bills for my military paycheck credit card is going to equal $270. Okay. So I have a balance. I'm going to have a balance as of the 11th of $120. So that's going to give me available $380. And so the bills that I want to put on here is only going to be $270. And in fact, I think it's going to be less than that because I took off. Yeah, it's going to be $190. Sorry. I took off a bill. I was trying to save $130 on there for my cat's surgery, but he's not. The SPCA hasn't even contacted me to say he's up for his surgery. So we'll figure that out when that comes. All right. So bills from my paycheck will equal $190. So I'm going to use $40 for my credit card for my pets. This is from my military retirement paycheck. $40 for my pets, which is like kitty food, cat litter. We just got 2 new dogs. We got a ton of dog food for them. So we're good with that. My business, I'm going to, if I see anything, and the thing is I might not even charge all this if I don't see anything that I need, right? So my business, I allocated $50. That's what I do every paycheck. Household, $10. Self-care, $40. And dining out, $50. Okay, so that totals $190 that I'm going to put back on my credit card after the 10th. And I will earn points for these, or dollars for these, reward dollars. So that makes my new balance after I do all this, which I may not do all that, but that will equal, my new balance will be $310, which will be $120 here plus the $190. Okay, so that'll equal $310. Now, I will pay with my Social Security paycheck $236. And that'll leave me a balance of $74 on there. So then I will have $426 available. I messed this up somehow. Available will be okay. Move. Let's see. So 120 plus 190 be 310. And then 310 minus 236 equals 74. So my new balance will be 426. I don't know what I was trying to do here. So my new balance will be Oh, sorry, can't see that. So my new balance will be $426. Okay, and then the bills for my Social Security paycheck that I will pay with the credit card will be $250. So again, pets 40, business 50, household 10, social self-care 40, cell phone 60, dining out 50. So this will leave a balance of $324 on my card by the end of the month. Remember, I started with $435 this month. So by the end of this month, it'll be $324. And then plus, I'll get reward dollars for using my credit card. So if I do the same thing next month, I can completely pay it off by the 6th. Because if you remember, so the balance will be $324. If you remember here, I paid $314 on it. So I would just have to add $10 more. And I would be able to completely pay it off by the 6th. So then my utilization would be 0. And I can then go back to, using my cash for my envelopes and stuff. Or if I want to continue this strategy and continue using getting reward points for this, then I can do that. It's my option at that point. So that's how I'm going to pay off my credit card. That's how I utilize my credit card. Like I said, the Cafecito budget was asking about it. And so I just wanted to do this video real quick. All right. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and post them below. Let me know how you use your credit card and how you pay it off. If you have a different strategy than I do. Love, Lavender and Gigi. Bye.